Hello everyone and welcome to Education Plus. Today we'll be continuing our study of the subject Childhood and Growing Up for first semester B.Ed, and we'll be continuing with the topic Child Psychology. Let's get started. First, meaning of child psychology. Let's break it into two simple terms. We get child and psychology. We all know what child means, and psychology is here. Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. So, for our understanding, in simple terms, we can say child psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior of children. Better explanation will be child psychology is a branch of psychology under which the behavior of children and their inner minds are observed. Child psychology is also known as developmental psychology in the modern era. Child psychology is a concept aimed at the all-round development of the child. It serves to expose all the psychological facts related to the benefit of children. So this is the basic understanding of child psychology that is required for us. Next, we'll have a look at some of the scholarly definitions. According to Crow and Crow. So here Crow and Crow means Lester D. Crow and Alice V. Crow. They define child psychology as child psychology is the scientific study of the individual from his parental beginnings through the early stages of his adolescent development. Another definition was given by Thompson, and he stated it as it serves to provide a new direction to everyone and works to give it a proper form so that the direction of development can be given proper shape. So this is the definition of child psychology by the above mentioned scholars. Now, although we have understood, or we could even define child psychology in our own terms, I have this slide also here in this video because in B.Ed, whenever you are asked to answer a question, it will be better if you can supplement your answer with a scholarly definition whenever a definition is required. For example, when it comes to child psychology, I can define child psychology in my own words, and all of you will be able to define it in your own words, but if you can supplement it with a scholarly definition, it will add more weightage to your answer, especially in long answer questions. Now let's have a look at characteristics of child psychology. Its focal point is child. Child psychology is a concept that has its main focus on children, so its focal point is child. Under this, the behavior of children is studied on the basis of psychological method. It serves to provide proper direction to the development of the student. And under this, knowing the changes taking place in the behavior of children, various schemes are made to give them the right direction. So we can also understand for ourselves that child psychology basically is all about children, where we study the development of their mind and their behavior, and with that study we also understand how to provide better direction for their development. So these are the basic characteristics of child psychology. Next, we'll have a look at the uses of child psychology in education. To achieve the real objectives of modern education and to make education effective, it has become very necessary to include child psychology in education. It plays an active role in the selection of curriculum, schedule, school schedules, co-curricular material, etc. This is also the reason for the changes taking place in modern education. The reason for making education child-centric is to provide education to the students according to their interests, so that they can develop their intellectual development according to their capacity. All these developments related to children can become possible only after the study of child psychological methods. Also remember that these are not individual points, these are all continuation of sentences that adds together to give a well-framed explanation for uses of child psychology in education. Next, we'll have a look at importance of child psychology. Everyone wants their child to have healthy development, but it is not always clear if a child's behavior is a symptom of a normal stage in development or a sign of an abnormality. So, understanding the normal and abnormal psychological patterns of a child can help Parents understand how to best communicate and connect with their child, teach their child coping mechanisms for managing emotions, and help their child progress and thrive in each new developmental stage. Child psychologists can also identify abnormal behaviors easily, help to detect the root of common behavioral issues such as learning issues, hyperactivity, or anxiety, and help children work through early childhood trauma. They can also help to prevent, evaluate, and diagnose developmental delays or abnormalities such as autism. Now, here, to understand the importance of child psychology, we need to know that every children will have their own way of development of mind. They will have their own behavior. So, in some cases, that behavior may be normal, but in some cases, that may not be normal. Their students may be scared, their students may be nervous, they may be having issues, they may be having personal problems, family problem, they may be having emotional problems, okay? Or they may be having issues in learning, as it is mentioned in the last stanza as well. So, in that case, that's where child psychology steps in. Child psychology is the study of mind and behavior of children, right? So, here, child psychologists can identify what are the root causes for that abnormality in the children. And having identified the reason for abnormal behaviors, child psychologists will work on solving them. Now, only when we know what is the problem, only then we can solve the problem. So, child psychology is that area which helps in identifying the problem and then in solving the problem of children. So, with this, we complete our understanding of child psychology and whatever is required from this particular topic for B.Ed first semester examination. Thank you.